Hello everyone, I'm Carllo Shaatrian and I am just arrived in Riyadh. It's my first time in Saudi Arabia. I arrived this morning, had the chance to visit just a tiny part of this great city. I'm very excited. It's a city that is where cinema has just arrived, so everything is new and you can see the vibration of that. Just putting in place an event on film criticism in Europe would sound very weird, and here you have a lot of young people and attending this event, which is amazing. I think organizing a world conference on film criticism is a very bold choice because nowadays people read less. Nowadays we think that film criticism is no more relevant. We have our platform and the algorithm can make the decision on our behalf. But precisely because of that, film criticism, curatorial activities are very, very important. In a world where the possibility to watch many films is always bigger, it's very important to receive directions. And film criticism is not about saying whether the film is good or bad, but more telling what the film trigger in each of us, which I think is something that is it works in any circumstances, in any part of the world, in any time. Well, the history is a constant evolution. We cannot duplicate what happened in the past and in the same way. The history of cinema proved that. So it's clear that today the way of making film criticism is very different from the time where François Truffaut, Jean-Luc Godard were writing their critics. Today, young critics use the podcast, use TikTok, use the video to express their feeling, their interest, their love for cinema, which I think is great. I think the problem is not the media, but the way we use it. We can use Twitter in a very dumb way to say bad things about people, or we can use it, the same media, by the way, it's no more Twitter, to give insight. The same thing can happen with a podcast. It's more what we can do with this media. And I think it's important, this kind of event, because by knowing what other people are doing, we can improve ourselves. By exchanging the insight from people from the Arabic country and people like me from Western country, we can improve, we can know better what is effective and what is less effective. It's hard to answer that question in general, but I can give you an example. The biggest success on Netflix, which is a streaming platform these days, is a Korean animation film called K-pop Demon Hunter. And that became a huge hit thanks to young teenager making a video on TikTok. So what I'm saying is that nowadays, especially young people, has a great opportunity to impact, to influence other people, which can be good or bad. Again, it's the way we are using it. So the question is maybe, and this is probably the answer is we'll probably be getting only at the end of this conference, what is film criticism? Film criticism is just saying, please go and watch this film, or is saying, oh, this film to me talks about this or that, or expressing our inner feeling through a film. It can be many things. The new generation have a different way to express themselves, have a different way to talk, have a different way to show their emotion and their feeling. And me, as a father of 3 kids, now they are grown up, I'm probably in a good position to understand that, because I would like them to read maybe more books, and they are more into video. I would like them maybe to use longer sentences. They are more like with short sentence. I think it's this is unavoidable. That's part of the evolution. What I have noticed, again, coming back to my experience as a father, that what at the beginning may sound like something a little bit superficial, in reality is not. A young generation, they have a big inner world. The only way is to allow them to express and not to judge them. I mean, for me, growing up with the culture of auteur cinema, growing up with the culture of reading long essay, watching a short video maybe something silly. But this is again is a judgment. First we should watch and then we should discuss about that. So I think the connection between generation, which is something that probably will happen these days, is happening these days here at this conference, is key to understand where we are and where we are going. Of course, I've seen some. I know, or I also have the chance to meet Haifu Al-Mansour, and I'm curious to watch more films in the next future. Well, the first film by Haifu Al-Mansour, the one with the title was The Red Bicycle, something like that. I had the feeling to be, and I was not even born, to be back at the neorealism, to be brought back at the neorealism time. So there was a freshness in the protagonist, there was a freshness in the storytelling that is something that is hard to find in European cinema, and so that was very promising. I don't think young generation need advices. I think they have to be free and express themselves. So the only advice I would give to a young filmmaker in Saudi Arabia, as in Europe or in Asia, is just to be true to ourselves and to ask ourselves what I want to express. Because in a process of making a film, many influences happen, many suggestions from producer, from friends, from actor, and sometimes the film loses its identity. I've been working for many film festivals, and I had the pleasure to run two big film festivals. Locarno, takes place in a small city in the south of Switzerland, so it's a village that for 10 days became the festival. Berlinale, it's a big film festival in a big city, so where people watch films but also make their own life. I think this is the main difference. In one case, the festival became a completely absolute experience. In the other one, festival and films shown there interact with the daily life of people.